Well, good morning. Here I am on November the 3rd on House Mountain Trail, and this is in Corrington, Tennessee. It is a lovely day out here. It's about 56 degrees up here. I'm on the West Crest Trail. It's about 2,500 feet up. And I want to talk to you guys today about trek poles. Before I do that, I just want to give you a view. This normally would be an awesome view of the mountains around us, and then to this direction is Knoxville, and when it's not foggy then you can obviously see it very good. And it is a very awesome trail to go up. A little strenuous to get up there, but it is very good. About knocked my hydro flask down the mountain there. Sorry. Well, as I said, I want to talk to you about trek poles today, and I carry trek poles everywhere I go. Sometimes I don't need them and I'll just adjust them to be on my bag. But trek poles, like the trail I took today here at House Mountain, here in, I may not have said it, but Corrington, Tennessee, trek poles will save you so much trouble. Basically, when you're going up a lot of steep, rocky areas, trek poles are a huge help to you. You've got these pads on the bottom of them here for when you're in regular weather. If you're in some very steep terrain, you can take the bottoms of these off, and it has the metal prods there to be able to get into the ground better, things like that. One thing I love about trek poles is they save your back tremendously. When I've hiked without trek poles, I forgot them at the house and went out hiking, things like that. I can tell a huge difference. I can tell a huge difference on my back, mainly. Secondly is my knees. Definitely when you're hiking on the ascent, you need trek poles, but when you're coming down, descending the hill, you really need trek poles. These trek poles really save your knees. If I can't convince you of any other reason to buy these, that's one reason you would want them, is because they will save your knees and save your back. They also have lots of other uses. You can use them to help you set up your tent, to hold things up, around the tent, things like that. You can place them down flat. Two of them, obviously, I have two trek poles. You can place them down flat, apart from two trees that are close enough, and use it as a platform for your bag. I have my bag sitting on my portable chair that goes everywhere with me, which is for another discussion. But anyway, these trek poles help in so many different ways. I know a lot of people use them, like I said, to hold up their tents, to, say you are in a problem with an animal, they are defensive. You can use these as defense to knock something in the head or to try to scare something off. Sometimes when I hear things go bump in the woods, as we say, and I'm a little creeped out, I'll start hitting these on the ground. And I don't know if you can hear it very good, but they have springs in them, so shock absorbers there. So when the animals hear that, they go a different direction. So that is a extremely good benefit. Like I said, a little bit of defense. I don't know if you'd ever need them for people. I would hope not, but if you did, obviously you have two instruments in your hand that are also defensive. You may not always be able to pull out the knife quick enough, and hopefully you will never be in that type of situation. But if you are, and you have your trek poles in your hand, obviously you have an instant defense tool. So they're very helpful there. You can also set them up, like I said, together to form a part of a shelter if needed. If you had to have a tarp or something like that, you can use those to help you set that tarp up if you don't have a tent, things like that. Just so many uses, and I'm sure if you mention something in the comments here, you can definitely educate me on some things about these trek poles or other uses that I did not mention. But anyway, you can get these right here. I got these at Walmart. Well, I didn't get them. They were actually a gift from one of my good friends, Debbie Phillips. But basically, you can get these at Walmart. They're going to cost you around, I'd say $30 or so typically. They do go up to about $200. The one thing I do like about the higher priced trek poles is They don't have the plastic like this, which these are fine, but they can cause blisters. I wear gloves, and I have the kind of gloves without the finger in them, and that really helps you because using track poles without any kind of gloves and things, your hands sweat, and it will form blisters. With that said, the nicer track poles that have the cork on the end, so this whole part here is cork. They go way up to $200. You can get them at REI. They're adjustable. They're awesome. They're very light. You know, they're worth the money. Probably last you many years. I've had these for several years, and they've got some war wounds on them. I don't know if you can see that in the video here or not, but they've got scrapes and things where I've fallen on rocks, and had I not had these, might have been a lot worse of a fall. And how many times these poles have helped me to not fall is countless. Our feet just do not do well with rocks sometimes. You know, when the terrain's doing this the entire time, your body doesn't know how to adjust to that. So I hope that this has been a big help to you. Go out and get you some track poles if you don't have some. Again, you can spend 30 bucks on them, up to $200, whatever you decide you want to spend on them. I would get them at Walmart, REI, places like that, to find you the right set. Hope you have a great day.